in the heart of the ancient Middle East, where two great rivers carved life into the desert. Humanity's first great civilization was born Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization. This wasn't just a place, it was an idea that would shape the future of the entire world. Long before the pyramids of Egypt or the philosophers of Greece, the people of Mesopotamia were building a world that we still recognize today. Their legacy isn't just buried in the sand, it's woven into the very fabric of our daily lives. So, how did this ancient land lay the groundwork for modern society? Join us as we journey back in time to uncover the enduring legacy of Mesopotamia. Imagine a world without cities. It's hard, isn't it? Well, around 4000 BCE, the Mesopotamians pioneered urban living. They built the world's very first cities, legendary names like your Babylon and Nineveh. These weren't just settlements. They were bustling hubs of innovation. Here, organized governments took root. Majestic temples called ziggurats pierced the skyline, and complex trade networks connected distant lands. Using simple clay bricks, they constructed massive city walls for protection, vibrant markets for commerce, and temples to honor their gods. They created the blueprint for how societies could live, work, and thrive together on a scale never seen before. This was the dawn of urban life, and humanity would never be the same. But how do you manage a thriving city? You need to keep records. The Mesopotamians, specifically the Sumerians, solved this problem with one of the most important inventions in human history, writing. They developed cuneiform, the world's first written script, by pressing wedge-shaped marks into wet clay tablets. What did they write about? Everything. They recorded trade transactions, documented laws, and even penned epic poems like the legendary epic of Gilgamesh. A story of heroes, gods, and the search for immortality. This revolutionary ability to store and transmit information was the ancient equivalent of the internet. From these humble clay tablets, the very idea of recorded knowledge began its journey, evolving over thousands of years into the digital words we use every single day. With cities and records came the need for rules. Enter King Hammurabi of Babylon, who introduced one of the world's earliest and most complete legal systems, the Code of Hammurabi. This wasn't some hidden scroll. It was engraved on towering stone pillars and placed in public for all to see. The code laid out laws for commerce, family, and crime, famously establishing the principle of an eye for an eye. It was a monumental step towards a society governed by written law rather than the whims of a ruler. It established the idea that justice, though harsh by our standards, should be consistent and transparent. This concept of codified law is the bedrock upon which all modern legal systems are built. The Mesopotamians' genius didn't stop at law and order. They were also brilliant scientists and mathematicians who looked to the heavens for answers. They created the base-60 numerical system, which is the reason our clocks have 60 seconds in a minute and 60 minutes in an hour. It's why a circle has 360 degrees. Their contributions are literally ticking away in our lives every moment. As keen astronomers, they meticulously mapped the stars and planets, not just for wonder, but for practical reasons to predict the changing seasons for planting and harvesting. Their star charts were the first chapter in humanity's long and ongoing quest to understand the cosmos. And how did they feed their growing cities? Through incredible engineering. The lands between the Tigris and Euphrates were fertile, but rainfall was unpredictable. So, the Mesopotamians engineered sophisticated irrigation canals that channeled river water to turn arid lands into lush, productive farms. This agricultural revolution was supercharged by another of their world-changing inventions, the wheel. First used for pottery and later for transport, the wheel, along with the plow, transformed agriculture and trade, allowing them to move goods and cultivate land with unprecedented efficiency. This marriage of engineering and agriculture ensured their civilization would not only survive, but prosper. Beyond the practical, Mesopotamians had a rich spiritual and cultural life that has echoed through the ages. Their pantheon of gods and goddesses, like Enlil, the god of the sky, Ish, the goddess of love and war, and Marduk, the patron deity of Babylon, presided over every aspect of life. Their myths and legends, especially the Epic of Gilgamesh, contained themes and story arcs like a great flood that would later appear in the myth and religious texts of other major civilizations. Their stories weren't just entertainment. They explored the deepest questions of life, death, and what it means to be human, influencing countless heroic tales for millennia to come. So, when you check the time, read a contract, or even live in a city, you are experiencing the echoes of Mesopotamia. Its innovations in writing, law, astronomy, mathematics, and engineering weren't just ancient history. They were the essential building blocks of our modern world. Its legacy flows through time like the great rivers that once gave it life, influencing cultures, governments, and sciences across the globe. From the cradle of civilization rose the world we know today, built on the enduring legacy of Mesopotamia, the empire that never truly died. Dit's wisdom lives on. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey into the past fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more explorations of our incredible history. See you next time!